Today, Heating and Air, we've been getting a lot of requests for how to test a capacitor. So let's just go through this real quick. First thing, every meter doesn't do this. A regular standard meter has all of your stuff. It has volts, it has amps, it has milliamps. You actually have to have microfarads. It doesn't show it on this. This is an old fluke. This is old school. My partner's old school. He loves it. But you need MFD, UF, microfarads. That's the reading that you do for proper reading for an actual capacitor. You're gonna go up to the disconnect, very important. Sometimes it's a breaker, sometimes it's a pull out. You just pull this thing out, rip it out. That stops the power from going to this contactor in case it engages or whatever. You do not want to get lit up by these things, right? On this, it says 45.5. These are the rating for the compressor and the fan. The factory recommends replacing this one at 6% of that value. Do the math. It'd be 45 times 0.06. Whatever that equals, you minus that. That's when you're supposed to replace this according to the manufacturer. What you're going to do is you're going to disconnect these leads.
Show them to discharge it though.
Yeah, but you got to disconnect the leads.
Yeah, but discharge it first.
No, I'd never discharge it first.
Yeah, but you get shocked every once in a while.
Well, whatever. What he's saying.
This is the not even the right way to do it. It's to put this.
De-energize it.
You're supposed to use a meter. 1 out of 1,000,000 times this thing could blow up, but we never do it. I never even really discharge it. I just do it. But
I've been sticking my hand in them for 25 years and never been lit up by it unless I hit the wrong disconnect and it put me on my back twice. But that was my fault. So anyways, you always disconnect these wires because it gets residual continuity through those wires if they're detached, right? And your common always has 4, your Herm always has 3, and your fan always has 1 lead on it. But it's
all the time.
It says it on the top. Herm, which is your hermetic for your compressor, common, which is C, and then fan has an F or fan. So you're going to test these out with your microfarad. See how it says UF, which is microfarad, right? Just because it doesn't say here, this meter has microfarads. You're going to take it on your common. Always use your common to your Herm, and it should read close to 45.
So it's not. It's
this is 34.9.
So it's low.
So this is way low, right? And then the fan, 1.7. This thing is low. Toast, right? Capacitor. Boom, bad capacitor. So that's how you do it.
They could also swell up too. Like if you see this swelled up, then they're bad as well.
It bubbles. It has a hump, like when they go completely
bad.
When they go bad. So, but this is a problem here. So then you're just gonna put it back on. Your common always comes from the contactor. You can try to remember it like that, common contactor. Sometimes there's a common lead from a compressor every now and then.
Take a picture of it before you unhook it.
100%. Take a picture of the color of your wires so you know where they're going. Hermetic is always blue or red.
Depending on the system.
Depending on the system. And then your fan's usually orange or brown.
Depending on the system.
Depending on the system. Just take a picture. If you have to mark it with a marker, you can just mark it. Do what you got to do to remember where it goes. Because if you put it on the wrong spot, it doesn't work. This thing takes 240 volts and turns it into 440 VAC. It's a battery. Without it, these components can't run. So now I got to go tell the customer that he's got a defective capacitor.